months, which makes me really upset. I love coming to the doctor with you and seeing the baby and hearing the heartbeat. It's just so exciting to have my baby having a baby.
Today, my mom and I are going to see Dr. Hoffman to get one last checkup before I move to Ethiopia in almost a week.
I'm gonna be very sad when you're gone, Ari. But I'm also very concerned, so we have to have that conversation with Dr. Hoffman, too. When Ari first told me she was having a serious relationship with Binion, I was skeptical because of the short period of time that they had known each other. Now she's gone back to Ethiopia. She has a baby coming, so that's a huge commitment for Ari to stay in Ethiopia. And it's gonna be a big challenge, I think.
Hello, come.
Hi, Doc. How are you?
Come. You coming?
I'm coming. Mom's always there.
I haven't told my doctor I'm having the baby in Ethiopia yet because he's been friends with my family for 30 years. And I'm a little bit nervous to see how he reacts.
So if you can bring your just a little bit and down. Good there.
Oh, that's great. There he is.
Sounds good.
Sounds strong there.
Although I know my mom isn't happy about me moving to Ethiopia and having my baby there.
That was my favorite part.
I know. Baby is the father of my child, and I want him to be there for the birth of his son.
Christmas Day is your due date.
Another famous Jew born on this day.
Exactly. The previous blood test came back a little bit elevated. We might repeat it later on. So, what questions do you have?
Well, the one thing that we need to talk about is I've decided I'm going to have the baby in Ethiopia.
I thought you were just going to visit and then come back.
That's what my mom is hoping
That's
happens.
what I was trying to talk her into. I have a lot of concerns about her delivering the baby in Ethiopia.
But I really want Binyam to be there.
Okay. It's not every day that someone comes to the office and says they're going to have prenatal care here and then decide to deliver in Ethiopia. There's so many unknowns when someone's pregnant. Here in the United States, we know what our facilities are, we know what their capabilities are, but I don't know that they're capable of dealing with those same unknowns. When do you think you're leaving?
In like a week and a half.
Well, you looked into the hospital and everything else.
Yeah, I have 2 hospitals.
So if you delivered early, you want to have a NICU where they have a higher level of care. God forbid you need to have a C-section.
We have to find out.
Yeah.
We always worry about availability of medication in foreign countries, especially if someone needs a blood transfusion or something like that, because sometimes blood is not available. That's something you want to ask about.
Complications don't happen often, thank goodness, but if something does happen,
Right.
I have to come with you to Ethiopia to be sure that this is a safe decision. Talk about mortality,
That's right.
maternal mortality if they don't have the right medication.
Well, I mean, I know that one of the reasons they have higher maternal mortality rate is because a lot of women don't deliver in hospitals.
Right.
It's very scary for me to imagine that Ari's at the point where something happened, her water broke, or she went into early labor, that she'd be stuck and they don't have the right care to save their life. That's what I really worry about. So up until what time can she safely fly if, I don't know how to say this, if we're not happy with the care?
Around 32 weeks. So that gives you 3 to 4 weeks to find out more about these 2 hospitals that you're looking into.
We're on a time crunch when we get there. We have to make sure it's all covered.
And the most important thing is to meet the doctors.
It's not surprising that my mom would come with me to Ethiopia to scope out the hospital. She's, an emergency and trauma nurse. But if we go there and the facilities are not up to par, I know that she's going to try to bring me back to the U.S.